Hi everyone, Eric, the director and principal of Rock the Stages Music School here. I just wanted to get you guys all set up and using our amazing new Teacher Zone app. We're super excited about this. This is the best music school program on the market right now for scheduling, student engagement, payments, everything across the board. So we're really excited to offer this out to our students. So first thing we're going to do on the App Store is download our Teacher Zone app. So at the very top, it says Teacher Zone, and click the Teacher Zone Students app. This is for Android and iOS. All right, please be aware that this is for parents. This is the parent tutorial. So if you are an adult student, we have a different video for you guys to set that up. It looks a little bit different. Then I'm going to go ahead and click our email and find the email that says welcome to Teacher Zone. You should have received that email that has your username and your password on it. So go ahead and take your username and your password and plug that into Teacher Zone, your app. Now that you're in, we have a couple of different things that we're going to do. First, let's make sure our account is set up correctly. So at the top right hand corner, click the blue person icon. So you'll see a parent, you'll see student, and you'll see student. So if you're a parent and you just have one student, you'll just have one under there. If you have multiple students, like 4 or 5 at the school, which some of our families do, you'll see all of them underneath there too as well. So you can keep track of everything in their profile, and you only have to have one login. So that's super nice. First thing we want to do is go to the profile information. So we believe it's really fun to add a photo. So you can click change photo and add some photos. This would be a photo of yourself. Make sure your first name, last name, username, and email are all set up correctly. We believe that all of that stuff is going to help build a better community, especially the photos for our students. Next up, we're going to want to go ahead and click payment options so you guys can update your payment options here. If you want to change your credit card, you can change it there. Make sure you have a working credit card on file at all times. That is a requirement at our school. And if you don't want to do it via your phone, you can also do it via the desktop login, teacherzone.com. And you can do it on your computer too as well. All right, next thing we have is the payment reports. So this is a breakdown of what our payments look like. So if you're ever curious, this gives you a full detail. So it shows you the student's name that the plan is assigned to, what's the name of the plan, it tells you the due date, what's the status of it, looks like it hasn't been paid, so we better get that paid, and what's the amount to as well. All right, so that's all you'll need to know as far as payments are concerned. We have also changing your password. So if you'd like to change your password, you can do that on your parent account. All of our accounts, so if you're an existing student, it comes with ROCK Rock 123. If you've signed up already through our registration app, then you created your own password and username. So you'll have to, if you forgot about that, you can do forgot username and password. Okay, then you can do the same thing for your students. Go in, make sure we have first and last name all set up. You can change their username here. Be sure to add photos. That's super helpful, especially as students join bands. Teachers can put faces to names. It creates a much better sense of community, so we do highly recommend doing that. And that's pretty much about getting this account set up. The last thing you're wanting to for sure do too as well is click view profile. And on here, we do require all of our students to agree to our contracts. Now, if you've already registered through our registration page, then you've already agreed to them. But a lot of our current students right now have not done this. So we do require you to read through our payment policies, our scheduling policies, our photography and video consent policies, and our rock band lesson policies, and agree to those just so that you guys have a good idea of all of the important aspects of the school. All right, so if you want to go ahead and message using your parent account, you can go ahead and click the accounts. You can chat with either of your kids or however many kids you have in the account. Or if you want to talk to our admin directly from your parent account, just go to contacts and click Rock the Stages. Now, all communication for existing students must be done through Teacher Zone. There's no exceptions because right now we have almost 300 students at the school, and sometimes teachers will get emails, teachers will get text messages, we'll get we have our communication systems are fragmented, and a lot of the communication gets dropped through the door because one person emails, one person leaves a voicemail, one person text messages their teacher directly, one person leaves a voicemail. It's all over the place. So to organize ourselves and get everyone on the same page, we do require you guys to communicate through Teacher Zone. So please keep that in mind going forwards. And that's how you can reach our admin team directly. All right, so now on to the super fun features that make this app amazing. So you can log into anyone's account. If you have one student, you'll just see one here. If you have multiple students, you can get through to their accounts all just from your parent login, which is super nice. You can log in as this child. So then we go ahead and let's take a look at some of the cool features that we have here. First off, at the top, we have our messages. So your student now can directly message with your teacher, which is great. So if they have any questions, any concerns, anything like that, you as a parent have direct access to this chat too as well. And just so you guys know, nothing can be deleted. So everything's there for security reasons and everything like that. And also, if one of your students needs to chat with our admin team, they can do so through the Rock the Stages option too as well. For our band program too, for our bands and our groups, we can actually start group chats. There's lots of great options on here. So it's a little bit about the messaging function. Next up, we have our stats. So this is how much you've been practicing. So at the bottom here, there's a timer. So whenever you start practicing, you're gonna wanna go ahead and have one of your kids actually turn their timer on. And then when they're finished practicing, go ahead and turn it off. And that tells your teacher how much you've been practicing, so teachers can have access to that. It keeps track of practicing for parents to follow along with. And it also goes towards really good points for our amazing leaderboard, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But that's a little bit about the practice timer. It helps track progress, and it's really, really nice. All right, beyond that, next up, if we have any last minute cancellations or like something like last minute comes up and you can't actually get to your lesson in person, you'll see there's an upcoming function that tells you when your next lesson is. And there's a camera icon, that green camera icon, that takes you directly to your Zoom meeting for your teacher, for your virtual classroom. You can click messages here at the top and you can let your teacher know something along the lines of, hey, Eric, I'll be on Zoom today. So that's super nice. That gives your teacher heads up. That message will pop up there. And all they got to do is start their Zoom meeting and you guys will get connected. It's as easy as that. If you want to check in, we do give points for check-ins. That lets your teacher know that you're actually at your lesson. So that's super great, and it actually prevents them from having to do attendance. So that's really nice too as well. All right, and you do get points for that. Okay, next up is one of my favorite features of this. It's our student leaderboard. So I'm super pumped about this. So it's going to show you the top 25 students currently that we have at the school with all of their points added up. Now you win points by practicing, by earning badges, by doing showcases, attending lessons. There's lots of different ways in which you can add up points. And we're going to be giving away some really cool prizes. I think you guys are going to really love them for all ages and skill levels across the board. They're going to be super cool. And this is how we're going to keep track of it at the end of each one of our quarters, leading up to our showcases. So then we have our myself option. So if you want to see all the cool things that you've done so far for your student, you can see they've been assigned a hard worker badge. They actually unlock that when they practice a certain number of minutes. Most improved, that's a badge that the teacher can give. There's hundreds of customized badges that can go towards points. Also, we use our Rockstar roadmap system where we have our different belt levels. And so that's how we're able to keep our belt levels intact and know exactly, because students lose their wristbands, which is fine, but this is a nice way too as well to virtually keep track of that. And then here's a points breakdown for all the students of how they've been getting all their points. And as you guys can see, I'm currently in first place, woo! But I'll have to go ahead and delete myself soon when you guys all come online. So next feature, assignments. So assignments are, so let's say you weren't able to jump on Zoom because an emergency happened. Let's say you weren't able to cancel 24 hours before, and that's called what we call a no call, no show, at which point in time your teacher will give you an assignment and they'll go ahead and assign you through this assignments tab. And so that could be a video, that could be sheet music, that could be something that can continue your practice and your progress. In the library section, you can actually upload videos. So let's say I know I'm going to be out of town on Tuesday for vacation. you could upload a video of yourself practicing your guitar, piano, whatever, and take a video on your phone, upload it using that arrow, and then your teacher has access to that video. And as you guys can see, I just uploaded a video from a recent concert that I took. But yeah, so then you would want to go over to the dashboard and message your teacher and say something like, hey, Eric, I just uploaded a video of me playing the first beat to our song. And then as long as you upload it before your scheduled lesson time, they can take time during your lesson time to actually film a video, return it with a response, and also give you something new to work on so you can continue your practice when you do come back online, if it's from practice or being sick or whatever. All right, last but not least, we have our scheduling. And our scheduling is super easy on this app. So you'll see all the upcoming dates that you have for your lessons. If you need to cancel, all you gotta do is click one of these options, the cancel option, click yes. You'll need to put a specific reason, like let's say it's a baseball game, and which is totally fine. And then your teacher will get that notification that that lesson has been banked. Now, we feel like we're being very generous because we're giving you guys 2 banked lessons every 3 months, every quarter. And that equates to 2 months out of the year that you can bank lessons. So 2 out of the 12 months out of the year, you can bank lessons, and it's super easy to use those bank lessons. You can go to the schedule option here and find a calendar, and then you can find a date for your teacher and easily assign that bank lesson to that date, and the teacher will be notified from there. All right, guys, we're super pumped for this new awesome system. When you guys actually come in for your lesson, your teacher will give you a little bit more of a heads up and a more hands-on view on how to use this. But this is a great tutorial to get you all started. Please let us know if you have any questions or concerns. And thank you so much for choosing Rock the Stages Music School.